Well, I figured I'd go for a walk because I've been AWOL for quite a while. Still trying to away without leave, isn't that right? I'm still trying to deal with this injury I got, and so it's been like that. But just have to deal with it. You live, you die. Whatever happens in between happens. How's that for philosophy? Anyways, I was walking along. This is a really groovy town, and I noticed this old boozer right here. This is old school, this joint. And here's your old Jiddo hum bikies, and I'll show you something down here I haven't seen in a while. Yeah, there's all your smoky poos and all that. I think these days you've got to have some kind of thing to say your age or whatever to smoke. And there's your average coffee thingies and all that. Jiddo hum bikies. But I haven't seen, this means bin bottles are like bottles, and this is cans. This is petto bottles, the plastic things and all that. Can, petto. Well, I haven't seen one of these in quite a while. So you gotta like have some kind of security thingy to buy smokes, but you don't have to buy these things. These are cans of beer and chew high or whatever that stuff's called. Now these are the ones I haven't seen in ages. But 1,000 ml or 1 litre Asahi Super Dries and 750 ml Asahi Super Dry. I used to walk around with these when times were good, and just drinking out a 1 litre can of beer. Used to love that. But these are really old Jiddo hum bikies, and I haven't seen these in ages. Yeah, the 2 litre jugs. Yeah, I didn't exactly walk around with those, but that was really cool. And yeah, so you have to have some kind of age. There's age restrictions on the smokes, but not these old boozers right here. So yeah, I like that. It's cool. The old Kirin Lager, Sapporo up in the north there. That kanji means sake, booze, tobacco. Sono, I don't know what that is. Anyways, just having a bit of a waltz along because yeah, it's a gorgeous day. I figured I might just walk to the warehouse. This is going to be like a 6-7 hour walk, but hey, just exercise. It's cheap and it's good, and I do it quite regularly these days, just trying to, I don't know, push through it, as you say. I'm even going to try and figure out how to, edit, and put this in and maybe put something else in. You'll find that all the cars, they've got to come to a complete stop, right, and have a look and then go. Complete stop, have a look and go. We didn't exactly do that, but that's how it works here. Anyways, or else they fine you or whatever. Alright, I'm going to just keep walking. That says Cosmos. Yeah, 365 days I think they're open or something like that. I'm gonna, don't look too open to me. I'm just gonna keep waltzing, and I'm going to my favourite restaurant just up the road here. It's cheap as, and the French Quarter, and it's really healthy, good food, but they call it Japanese junk food. And if that's junk food, nah, that ain't junk food. I'm going to show you in a minute. Right, next up, which is just down the road, the ubiquitous K-truck. I got one of those. That bloke drives around, so he's got Toyu, which is a kerosene. And a bit late now, but in the winter time they drive around with this little song, and you come out with your containers. Now the Japanese believe, see, you've got these water bottles here, right, filled with water. They're actually old shochu bottles, which is booze, distilled wine or whatever, and I stay away from that stuff, I can tell you. I accidentally fell down and fractured my skull once on a barbell on that. anyways, the Japanese believe that if you put these water bottles in your house and stuff, it keeps the cats away. And an old girlfriend of mine, I actually were in Australia, and there's another one over there. And we mentioned that to my father because he's always talking about these cats, and so he gave it a go. He swears by it. It works. That's what he reckons. So, and that's why I see it around a lot. I see this a lot. For some reason, the cats don't go near it or whatever. Tell me about the science of it. I don't know. Right, now off to my favourite restaurant, which is just awesome. Righty ho then. We have Max Value. You gotta love the names of these joints. Cleaning, so you get your thing done. 24 hours, the supermarket. I like it here. So probably an hour's walk away, but yeah, it's a good place. 24 hours, you can get booze. Hang on, I'm off the booze. But anyways, here we go. I found that I basically consider booze as medicine, but I don't know, it's very detrimental to your life. There it is. Ooh, if there ever is a heaven, that's what it's going to look like. Oh yes. Yeah, this is considered Japanese junk food, but do you really consider a bit of meat, a lot of rice, some onions to be junk food? But that's what they say. They go sukiya, suki, whatever. They've got some silly song, but that's where I go. Oh yes. Oh, shit, I can't cross the road right now. It's not as tough as a tanker. I mean, I'm pretty tough, but the machine's breaking down, that's for sure. Broken bones all the time. Yep, this is the place, alright. You can have all kinds of different dishes, but I only get the one particular dish because that's the only one I know how to say. That's the only one I know how to say. But yeah, you get your that and whatever. But if you took that out, that's eel. Basically you'd have your rice and onions and your meat, and but that's actually more expensive. But in general, if I just get the rice and meat and onions as I stated, and I get it soupy, sudaku it's called, it's only 350 yen, right? This is 890 yen because you get, what's that stuff called again? I forgot the name of that. It's oishi though. And it's only 350 yen, and you get a good bowl, good sized bowl of it. You can get bigger bowls, you know, pay a bit more. 350 yen equates to about $3. So I'm going in here to get a decent meal. Yep. In this case, you get some veggies with it for $5. 500 yen would be like $4.50 or something. You get some vegetables with it too, and you put some things on it. But I'll just be getting the standard ones. I've got no idea how to say this. Vitamin B, B2, arlene, whatever that is. Sutamina. Right. Konkogu. I might have to drag the guy out here and say, hey, that looks pretty good. I might have that instead. But yeah, in general, I get just the one particular type of meal, and it's yeah, like about $3, and it keeps you going. I'm going to go to the warehouse and get some, you know, decent work done, and it keeps you going all day. Plus I'll be walking about 7 hours, so that's that. Sukiya. It's just sukiya. It's like God sent. Okay, fueled up and ready to go. That's sukiya. You can, they're around everywhere. Look them up online. There's a few other similar sort of places. Even cheaper than that. Generally I don't pay that much at all. I went for that 500 yen one there. A bit too spicy for me, but it's going to keep me going, that's for sure. So yeah, usually I pay about the equivalent of about $3 and I'm good all day. I'm not the biggest bloke in the world, so I guess, you know, if you're a lot bigger than me, no, actually I've lost a lot of weight because of this injury, but if you, yeah, you can get the I think it's called tokomori or something like that. You can get a bigger bowl, yeah, a bigger bowl, and you're good to rock and roll. But a lot of places are cheap as. I mean, this is sort of residential country. It doesn't exactly look like it here, but just over there's all the rice fields and mountains and blah blahs, and over there is the beach and all that. And there's ramen right there, Samgyaku Nijuan, which is that's like, you know, $2.80 or something like that, US. So it's possible to get, you know, if you know how, it's possible to live real cheap in Japan. You know, I've got this kick-ass apartment, and well, I pay rent, and with a car space, you've got to pay your car space. I pay the equivalent of about $260 a month. All right, and these groovy, yeah, about $260 a month. How's it go? And so, you know, would you pay that sort of money? You know, where would you pay that sort of money? Like India, you know, cheap as. What will that sort of money get you? See, a car space, I have to pay 7,000 yen, which is about, I don't know, a bit over $50 or something like that, for my car space per month, right? But all told, I've even got a garden, you know. All told, well, it's not exactly a brand new apartment, but all told, it's with the car space, it's like $260 a month. It's brilliant, just absolutely brilliant. I'm on the ground floor. I've got space to put my scooter and bicycles and all my junk outside, and no one gives me the shits. I love it there, you know, and just a hop, skip and a jump and I'm at the beach looking over the islands and all that. So it's really, really great out here, and it's a lot cooler. And I just mean Fonzie cool, which is true, but it's actually cooler than in the right in the heart of the city. Pretty warm here, but what's that? Cafe Cantole or something like that. And oh, there's another supermarket, which I usually go to. It's very far from my place though. It takes me 90 seconds to get there on average. Not to this one, to the one I go to. There's Max Value over there. So, you know, competing supermarkets, I guess. What's she laughing at? But yeah, there's and all along this strip, there's just restaurants and bits and pieces and all your hairdressing things over there. I might get a perm. あなたにとって一番のお店に乗りたい片思いの牛角です。Something like it's the best restaurant, something like that. See, I'm not exactly a linguist, and I've been here long enough to think that my Nihongo would be awesome, but I'm just not a linguist. Some people have got it, some people just ain't, and I'm one of the ain'ts. But I get by, you know. I can point at things and say, I want that. You know, here's the old, I shan't be doing too much of this. Gym there, all time fitness thing. These are one of those deals where you pay, what's that? It must be like $60 a month or something like that. But you know, those 24-hour gyms, they got them in Australia these days, and you get a key cardy thing or whatever to go in them. That's all bull dust. You don't need that. They've got these things in every ward. They have these things called public gyms. You don't have to pay give them your credit card. You don't have to sign up for some bulldust, and if you don't show up, they just keep taking your dough. No. You just roll up whenever you want. It's equivalent about $2.20 or something. You get a couple of hours. Some you can use the pool, and you get the gym, and you've got your table tennis, and you can join a judo class, and it's just awesome. You usually pay a little bit more for that, and you watch people doing kudo, and they're just great. Yeah, some are really old, and they're the ones I like, really old and scruffy, and some of them are. I have to go here and Autobacks and pick up some. Remind me, I've got to pick up some spark plugs. I've got to change our spark plugs. Yeah. My mate sorted my car out for the what's called the shuck end, so you get your, you continue driving the thing. And in Australia, you maintain your own machine and just pay your registration as you go, which I had to do. Oh, don't tell me it's. I hope not. It could be election time or something. That looks different. Usually at election time, these chicks are in the back of these vans and they're out there just waving to everybody with these white gloves. Totally bizarre. This joint's just bizarre. I love it. Right. Yeah, my mate sorted a bunch of my car out, and he said there was a whole list of stuff that needs to be done. And I said, alright, I'll do that, all that stuff. A lot of just basic stuff. And he did sort of the major work, put a new gearbox in it. And I blew first gear. No, blew first gear and kept dropping out of second gear. God damn it. Anyways. Yeah, I don't even know what I was babbling on about. Now, what I'm going to do is not do too much video, because then I'll run out of memory cardy, battery, whatevers. Now, I didn't bring any with me, so I had better not exactly do that. Now, this joint here, Good Day. This is where you get one of the hardware stores. It's one of the major hardware stores, and you get all your stuff. Very well priced, and you've got the Narfco, Good Day, all this stuff. And it was not far up here. There's one of these second-hand joints where you can pick up cheap second-hand washing machines and dryers and scooters and bloody blahs and whatever you need. If you're astute enough and knowledgeable enough, you can find on the internet these sayonara sales. So say if you're going to get into a cheap apartment, alright, you go to these sayonara sales, and if you're astute enough, you wait until they tell you when they have to go, when they're leaving Japan, so you sort of go like a few days before they leave, and you sort of say, alright, well, and often in case they have to get out of the apartment, they have to get rid of everything. So I just pile up the back of the truck with just everything, and then go and sell that off to whoever's. There's ways. Over there you got your comic books and magazine shop or whatever that is. Now, what I'm going to do is get back on the road where the rice fields are. And as I was saying earlier, sort of further out of town, you can it's just cooler temperature wise, because of all the cars and all the air conditioners and all that bloody bars. Plus we're pretty close to the beach, and that's where you want to be, and sort of go in whenever it sort of takes your fancy, rather than you can even see the water a bit down there. Right, now I might head down that way. Right, okay, no more video until I get to the warehouse, and I'm gonna or else if I get there and then I've got no battery, then I can't present anything to tell, and then I'd be a moron. That would make me a moron. Yes, or more of one. we got a long way to go. So I guess we should just keep on trucking. Oh man, I'm telling you, I've been walking I took the tourist route and dragonfly. Yeah, I took the tourist route. Kalasu crow up there. More dragonflies. I like it out here. They did all the machiney things to plant the rice, so they don't have to bend down and do it by hand. You still see some old ladies kicking around. You know, they're bent over. I'm talking about the backs went way over like that, and they're just stuck in that position. Yeah, you don't see them that much now, but I've been here quite a while. It's the land of the rising sun. Oh man, I'll tell you, I'm sweating. It sort of just goes back humid, you know. But it's nice. It's nice. Now, if I didn't have such skinny legs, I'd, you know, get a pair of shorts. But, you know, there you go. Now, I'm going to head over that way. Now, hopefully I haven't used up too much of my battery, because I reckon another hour I might, there's all the mountains and stuff, I might even be at the warehouse if I don't die of dehydration. Oh, it's nice in here. If only, like, you could get all the way through and they didn't put these gatey things here, but they haven't, basically, you can't get through. But if it was like that all the way, it'd be just so nice and cool, as in temperature wise. Yes, it'd be very nice indeed. Now, using up my battery. I didn't bring my charger thing. I've just got an old banger singlet, and didn't even bring my bag or anything. Just this kind of. Oh man, there's someone coming. Right. Oh, here. Cube. That's what that car's called. Cube. They come up with some names. Now this is mountain water, as you can probably see. I don't know, I can't zoom on this thingy, but up there on the platform, beautiful. Stalks over there, and that's mountain water, totally lush. And there's a place up there, gorgeous little waterfall and rock pools and what have you. Man, I tell you, that water that's nice. And further up in the mountains, you drink that stuff. See, there we go, the storks have decided to take off. Fight or flight, that's what they do. If you even get remotely close to them, they're gone. Beautiful birds. In fact, I saw two of them the other evening, and they were heading towards this way, and they were flying in formation. Just the two of them, was like side by side. You couldn't really call that a formation. I'm an idiot. I can't even speak my own language. He's decided to take off too. And there they're up in the trees up there now. There's one. Yes. I've never really seen them up in the trees. I've only there's bamboo actually. Usually I've only ever seen them in the some ducks. Usually I only seen them in the rice fields themselves. Right, I shan't use up too much of my camera battery thingy and the megapixely, whatever you call that thing. I'm a dinosaur, man. I wouldn't. If you asked me to make a camera, right, any rudimentary thing, you know, I just nah. Still going. You know. So what I'm going to try to do is figure out how to use that thingy, video movie maker or whatever it is, and try to put these things together. Oh, here we go. This tells us it's 12 o'clock. And they're doing it a crook or something. Right then. So some farmers over there, they're making up, well, there's all bamboo around here. They cut up a whole bunch of bamboo and they're stringing it all together, and they're gonna put like these other bamboo shades on them. I presume that they, every year they just, you know, well, they toss those ones and do it again, yeah. So it's really cool idea. Run over here. All right, now I'm nearly at the warehouse, sort of. Another half hour. Oh, who knows. Well, that was certainly a walk. I think I've been walking for 8 hours. Plus, I did that video of a few things I planned to list. Went to the big El Cheapo store over there and bought a few things. Crazy cheap. And unfortunately, I made the erroneous error of going there on a Saturday. Go to pick up 3 things. And well, it was worth it, that's for sure. But yeah, I was just hordes. It's a great place. So I got this stuff. Now I like this stuff. Sometimes I drink the oolong tea stuff, you know, Japanese tea or Chinese tea, you know, same sort of stuff. There's loads of different types. Some I'm not really that keen on, but some are just like when you're drinking it, you can just, it's going down the gullet and you can feel it healing you. I swear on it. I'll swear on it until I go to my grave. Anyways, I needed to get some of this stuff. I haven't had any much in the way of the vitamins for a while. This stuff's awesome. You got all these different types of stuff. Now it's too sweet for me, so what I do is I stick a bit of water in, drink some, stick a bit of water, chuck it back in the fridge, and you know, lasts me ages. And check this out, you got some kind of carroty looking thing, some kind of leafy looking thing, and another leafy looking thing, and some kind of whatever that is. Could be some kind of cabbagey thing, and that looks like some kind of capsicum thing, and then see, it's not here, no one drinks the shit that we drink in our idiot people countries, you know, all that Coke and Pepsi and Sprite and Solo Man drink or whatever. No one drinks that bullshit, you know, all that caffeinated crap. On the way, I saw at least 100 people jogging. Yeah, we need to change our ways. Anyways, there's some kind of leaky thing, and that's whatever that is. Oh, that's daikon, at least I know one of them. That's that, and that, and that, and that. Oh, the onion maybe? And that's, well, these are the firefighter dudes. And they got their firefighter stationy thing. What have we got here? That thing, and that, and that, and that, whatever. That, and that. And that's all crushed up and stuck into this thing. And it's just freaking awesome. How's this fire station, right? These blokes live here, and in the night times, I'm off and out in the night time. Here they're training, they're over there training, they're always training, and they don't sit around doing nothing. I see them. I'm like a vampire most of the time. I'm walking at night, and I see them. This is their run, and you see them running and running. Even the captain dude's running. Everyone's running. And they're all training and jogging and training and doing whatever else they do. It's just a constant thing that they do all day long, training. It's amazing. I bet they're on a pretty good wicket as far as finances are concerned. And they garner a lot of respect too. So it's pretty cool. All right, I'm gonna keep going. I've got a long ways to go. But what the hey, I was very pleased about that. I bought some sports tape because I'm running out, and you know, my feet are. I've been doing this quite a bit lately, trying to push out this injury through just sheer force. Force of will. So I've got some more tape because I've had loads of blisters and whatevers, and I don't know, sometimes I just walk all night or whatever, and yeah, I'm kind of enjoying it really. Right then, let's keep going. So I want to do all this sort of stuff to learn how to put the movies together. You know, what's it called, editing or whatever. Yeah, I'm a dinosaur, that's what I am.